of our sub-podcast, which is called Switched On. And it's basically when two of us are going to sit down and just have a chat about something that's come out recently, a series we're particularly fond of. So with Halo coming out a week or so ago, who better to get on than Mr. Chunt? How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm going groovy. How are you?
Mate, fine. It's a nice Saturday evening. What better to do with life than talk about video games?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, it's been all I've been doing recently is playing a lot of games, all this holiday releases and whatnot.
Yeah, super fatigue all over the place. But we're going to talk about Halo today. So Halo's a beloved franchise for you. It is for me, but I think you're that next level above.
Yeah,
I've kind of waned in the years with it. You seem, it's one of, he's always said to us before, that and Gears of War are your two big franchises. So you reviewed Halo 5 for us, which went live this evening on the site, both in video and written form. So it seems like a really good time to kind of catch you to have a quick conversation about it. So Halo 5, lay it on me.
Oh man, well, I'll pretty much be reiterating what I have specified in my review. How spoilerish are we going to get?
Not super spoilerish. Not at the end of the campaign. I've played a good few missions, but to retain people who haven't finished it, spoiler-ish free.
Yep.
Like commonplace and common knowledge, fair enough. But let's try and not ruin it for too many people. But what's an initial summary if you can think of one?
All right. Well, at the end of Halo 4, we left Chief kind of all down in the dumps almost. He's lost the quote unquote love of his life kind of thing, I guess. That's the kind of relationship that I saw them as. Them being Master Chief and Cortana, of course. They've been through a lot together, and that you can see their relationship grow throughout the games. And at the end of Halo 4, it's like he's lost a part of himself, which is pretty much what Cortana became. My discrepancies start with Halo 5, where you don't see a lot of Chief, but you're expected to know a lot of the extended universe going in, is what I felt going into Halo 5, where there was a lot going on and a lot of people that I just don't know. Like, I love Halo, but my experience with the story of Halo is pretty much within the games. I haven't ventured too much into the extended universe just because I already read too many comics as it is. A lot of fake universes are in this brain. There's too much useless information up here as it is, without introducing another massive franchise like Halo. But that's where my problems start with the campaign, where all of a sudden Master Chief has brought his best mates along, and they're on for the ride. And I've been used to just, it's just Chief on his mission and he's doing his thing, but he's gone sort of roguish in this one, where he's got his own mission that he's going to do, and nothing's going to stop him. And then you got Locke, Spartan Locke now, who's got his team Osiris together with Buck from ODST. He's joined the Spartan program now, and they're off to try and bring in Master Chief. And you see just a lot of throwaway lines in the campaign of that don't really make much sense, or they don't give much backstory as to why they're saying it or what they're doing, and the conversations they have don't have much gravitas to it. Like Buck says something to Locke at one point, saying, basically, if we take him in or if we do this, they're going to hate us. Like, who's there? Like, who are they? Like, just stuff like that. There's a lot of that throughout the campaign that you're just like, well, what does that mean? And unless you know going in all the external stuff, there's a lot of things that you can miss. And I sure as hell missed a lot. But at the end of the day, it hasn't quenched my enthusiasm for the campaign. Like, I want to go back and play it again. It was so fun. I had a really good time with it. And there's one part in particular, one thing that bothered me like a lot. It's a massive reveal in the game. I'm not going to say what it is, but it kind of irked me the wrong way. But when I sat back and thought about it, it made sense as a natural progression. So yeah, and cliffhangers, holy shit. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that seems to have been the consensus. Everybody's sort of like, and it ends on a huge cliffhanger. Now we've got 3 years to wait before Halo 6.
Yep. it's just not fair, man. It's just like, it's not as bad as Halo 2, but that wasn't on purpose either. Like, they had a whole other level to go after that, that they just ran out of time to do. So they just put it out as it is. But this one, I guarantee would have been pre-planned, and it does end in a way where it's like, you know, tune in next time, but it does kind of finish that story off that Halo 5 is. So it's not too painful, but it's still just like, holy shit, rightio, give me a break. But yeah, no, the quality, man, the game is quality. It's just, it oozes money and effort and love. I don't have anything else wrong with it except for some of those story elements. Otherwise, it's a refreshing entry into the Halo franchise. It's great.
Yeah, we can't complain about good story. Good story is something that I think Halo's always been, even though Halo 4 wasn't as fantastic as people let on that it was going to be. A lot of people still did enjoy the campaign. It was a bit different to previous Halo. I'm detecting that as I think I'm only 3 or 4 missions into the campaign. I've been spending far too much time in the multiplayer. But I can't get past the feeling that there's not enough Master Chief in this. There's not a lot of Master Chief in this. And I'm not for that. Like, I want to play a core Halo game to play as the Master Chief.
Yep.
Halo 2 was my least favorite of the first 4, simply because you play so many missions as the Arbiter. I couldn't care for it.
Yep.
And this has got a strong feeling of that. And I don't get they handle very similarly. You can tell that they're Spartan, so to say. So, you know, moving along, it feels the same. Weapon firing feels the same. Handling all feels the same. But you're not Master Chief. Do you know what I mean?
No, I understand. Yeah, totally, man.
The HUDs still change a little bit. You can sort of tell when you're playing Chief missions. And yeah, it kind of lost me a little bit with that. But I get the feeling that it's going to be worth persevering with, which is one of those things.
Yeah.
Now, when we spoke about Halo in the past, you've alluded to the fact that you loved Halo's multiplayer back in the day. 4 wasn't really that up there for you in terms of its multiplayer. How's 5 stacked up?
Well, so far, like, I'm the opposite of you at the moment. Like, I spent most of my time in the campaign, but I have done enough multiplayer since I finished the campaign and doing the review, where I am really appreciating the multiplayer a lot. Like, it seems like a natural progression with the movement and the boosts and just the new abilities that you've got. There's none of that garbage where you've got like special abilities, you know, that you have to have one at a time, or it kind of everybody's got their own equipments and whatnot. I was never much of a fan of that, but this one, everything seems to feel like a level playing field, like Halo 2 and to an extent 3. And the way the new movement and mobility system works, it just feels like we spoke about it before. Like it feels like Halo, but something new, something different, and that's great. And that's I had my reservations going in. Like, I played a little bit of the beta, but I bowed out because I was like, I don't want to spoil much. But now going in with relative fresh eyes, I'm glad with how it plays. Like, it just within a few minutes, especially at like 60 frames a second, holy shit, like that makes a difference. Just within minutes of playing the campaign and mucking around with the abilities and the speed of everything, I actually found myself falling into it rather quick. It just felt like getting back on that Halo bike again, just with new wheels. I'm happy with it, man. Like, multiplayer is great. I'm getting owned all the time, but I don't care. Like, that's the thing that was always with me with Halo games. I would go online. I never thought about winning any matches, but I was always having fun because it played fun. So I'm glad it's there again. So I can see myself leaving the disc in my console for quite some time and playing a lot of Warzone.
Yeah, that's where my I was just about to say that's where the big funds come from for me. I mean, Arena, it's always been Arena. It does feel, I agree with you, it feels like Halo it's still Halo at its core, but it's grown up. Like it set the standard back with sort of Halo 2 and 3 in competitive shooting. It still has that, but I think other franchises leapfrogged it. Especially sort of after Halo 3, it started to fall by the wayside with the likes of Call of Duty and Battlefield, shooters that were getting played far more than Halo was getting played. But they've caught up now. They've got a lot of similar mechanics, but as much as the hardcore hate that, it was kind of required to, push the franchise further forward. But it's all about Warzone. Warzone is a neat little change. You've still got the PvP elements. You can still shoot other real life players, but the dropping in of the bosses, it's some of the most fun that I've had in a multiplayer shooter in quite a while. When we were playing the other night, 3 or 4 hours passed, and we'd only played sort of 7 or 8 games. I mean, these aren't just 10-minute, 6v6, 4v4 arena matches. These are like full blown control different areas, first to 1,000 points wins. Tides are turning here and there. It feels like a match rather than a round, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, it's good fun. I have been wanting to play something else for like a shooter for a while. I'm not the biggest first-person shooter player. Like you've tried to spoon-feed me Destiny for a while, but it was fun. I enjoy it, but it's not Halo, man. Like it sounds like a fanboy comment, but I just love Halo, just the way it plays, what it is. Destiny's fun and all, but I never really felt too attached to it. I was getting there, but I just never really felt like that's my thing. You got a lot of time to invest in Destiny. A lot of MMO elements. That's why I don't play a lot of MMO games. But I'm glad Halo 5 seems to be going back to where I like it. And like you're right. I mean, around Halo 3 when that dropped off, and Halo 4 kind of fell to almost the wayside with Call of Duty and other shooters taking over. It was disappointing to me a lot, just as a fan of Halo and the multiplayer. I really am hoping that we get some players back in it, and there's a community as strong as it used to be again. Just because I want Halo to stick around, man. Like if it becomes the thing where nobody's playing it, then eventually, we're going to lose it. But being the biggest launch in the franchise's history, like $400 million or whatever it is, over $400 million in its first week. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at all. That's pretty decent, man. And being the biggest launch in the franchise history, that's something else that they can put a feather in their cap with. So I don't see Halo 5 I don't see Halo as a franchise going anywhere negative. So bring on Halo 6, but you're right. Like, I didn't want to go into too many of the other spoilerish territories about how you mentioned the similarities with Halo 2, where it's a shared campaign. Like, I don't know where you are in the campaign, but I guarantee you've probably only been Chief once. Is that right?
Yeah, I have. I've only played one mission as Chief.
Yeah, well, yeah, get used to that. I'm not going to tell you otherwise, but or anybody else that's going to see this, but yeah, just get used to that. I won't say much more about it, but yeah, like that was I'm right with you there. I play Halo to play as Chief and Chief's story. Primarily,
I do the core games. That's like not to be misinterpreted. In the core games, I play to play as Chief.
Yep.
In Halo ODST, I knew I wasn't playing as Master Chief, and I still enjoyed it. It's one of my least favorite of the franchise, but I still enjoyed it. Reach is probably still my favorite. I put a lot of time into Reach, and you don't play as the Master Chief in Reach either.
Like, but you knew that going in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know it going in. Going into this, it was very much it's going to be, side versus side, Chief versus Locke. I expected the missions to bounce backwards and forwards. So it was Chief Locke, Chief Locke, Chief Locke, or even if it was in twos, so Locke, Chief.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I've played. I'm pretty sure I've finished the 4th campaign mission, and the first one's Locke, the second one's Chief, and then I've had Locke. So,
Yeah.
so like where that is quite. I get what you say. It's irksome. I agree. But I need to pull myself away from the multiplayer to finish it, because that to me is a testament that I'm really enjoying the multiplayer, which I am. I was sat playing Call of Duty today. Black Ops 3's only just come out. It's the first time in my adult life that I've not taken launch day off to sit and just grind the hell out of that first Prestige. And I was sat playing this afternoon, and I found myself going, I'd rather be playing Warzone. I'd rather be playing Halo. And to me, that signifies that the franchise is back at strength.
Yeah, big time.
Back at real strength. Because the only reason I ever stopped playing Halo so much was because I had that feeling that I wanted to go back playing the Call of Duty games. And now I'm kind of burnt out on it. Yeah, I just want to get back in. And the rec packs, people are like, oh dear, oh no, microtransactions. We played maybe 4 or 5 games the other night and both had enough rec points to open 2 gold packs. Like, you don't need to spend money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. So
I'm happy overall. Now, we said we'd only sort of run this for like 20 minutes, half an hour, just to sort of have a quick chat about the game from our points of view. So we're going to try and stick to that. But where can they find your review?
Oh, on Gameplug.tv or on our YouTube channel, of course.
Yeah, so that's went live today, and we've got a nice schedule of content coming through as well, which I'm pretty pleased about. This is obviously a new way of conducting a podcast, so to speak. We've been looking for a more efficient way to get actual video podcast content. I think we're going to maybe trial this out a little bit more. It works really well for just obviously 2 of us having a bit more of a one-on-one conversation about something particular, one particular topic. Yep. But we'll be trialing it in the next couple of weeks or so with the whole team, I think. So thank you for joining me, Chris. Chunt.
Uncle Chunt.
I had a brief intro line with something like, it's time to chunt the truth, because of the whole hunt the truth thing. But I couldn't find a place to put it in, so I'll just stick it here at the end.
Yeah, wherever it fits here, that's fine.
I think it was a pretty good play on words.
Yeah, agreed.
Wicked. Well, thank you for joining me, mate. I'm going to finish it. Probably not this weekend. I will get stuck back into Call of Duty and sit there banging my head off a brick wall while I grind levels. And
finish it, man. Like, finish the campaign. Like, seriously, just as a final thought, like the campaign, I view it favorably. Like, I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. Especially towards the last half of the game when you're actually used to being Locke and his crew. Like, and then you really get into it. There's a lot of stuff that I was like, wow, this is really awesome. So, like, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. I'm not poo-pooing the whole thing. So, I don't want people to get that wrong idea. But yeah, like, anyone else, check out the review to get my basic full thoughts on the game within 8 minutes. So check it out.
Awesome. Well, as I said, mate, thank you for joining us. And yes, you're already on the YouTube channel if you're watching this. So check out Chunt's review and the other reviews that we've got going up. More content is on the way. And yes, Gameplug.tv is the website if you'd like to consume reviews in written form.